Jonathan Lee Riches investigates, covering the Alex Murdaugh case. O.J. Simpson sounds off on Alex Murdaugh. O.J. Simpson, that O.J. Simpson, the O.J. Simpson. If the glove doesn't fit, we must acquit O.J. Simpson. The football player O.J. Simpson has said a lot about the Alex Murdaugh case, called him an habitual liar. I'm going to share with you some clips on O.J. Simpson talking about the Alex Murdaugh case, and then we will discuss.
Well, a whole lot of people asking me what I think about this Alex Murdaugh trial. I don't know why they think I'm an expert on it, but I got to admit, when he took the stand, a guy who's an habitual liar, I did watch when the trial first started. I watched him take the stand, and I thought it was probably a mistake because the guy is an admitted liar, and it's hard for me to think he can be on the stand 5, 6, 7, 8 days without lying. Question is, what did he lie about? But lying and stealing money is a little different than murder. I realized in watching them testify what he was doing. He was just trying to relate to one or two of those jurors that he was a good old boy. He was one of them. And I'm not sure he didn't succeed in doing that. I am not qualified to really say if the guy did it or he didn't do it. If a juror missed an hour of testimony, they no longer qualified. I've missed days that I haven't watched this. But from what I've seen, do I think it's more likely that he did it? Yes. But more likely equals reasonable doubt. From what I know, I would have to say there's a lot of reasonable doubt there. He's going to go to jail for all the thievery he did, stealing millions of dollars of people. I think he should be looked at more about the death of his housekeeper a few years ago, where he ended up with over $4 million of the insurance money. I think they should take a hard look at that. But it wouldn't surprise me in the least if this guy beats this case. He's going to go to jail. He's going to go to jail for all the money he stole. I'm curious there because I got 9 to 33 years. 33 years because I caught some guys trying to sell my stolen property, and I yelled at them. Even they didn't think I should go to jail, and the judge gave me, Jackie Glass gave me 9 to 33 years. So I'm trying to see what this guy is going to get. I was up there with guys who had robbed casinos and robbed banks 2 or 3 times, and they had half the time or a third of the time that I got. So I'm always curious to see what kind of time these guys get for stealing millions of dollars. When I caught guys stealing my stolen property, the state of California, after I was convicted, ruled it was my property, and they gave it to me, so I have it now. So how do you go to jail for catching guys who are trying to sell your stolen property? Well, nevertheless, I do think this guy more than likely did it. But once again, more than likely, to me, is tantamount to reasonable doubt. It would work against him in a civil trial, but I don't know if it's going to work against him in this criminal trial. Wouldn't surprise me in the least if he beats this. I'm just saying, take care. Well, I just told a buddy of mine, we were on the phone, and we were talking about this Murdaugh case, and I said, well, I don't know. I think the guy might be able to get some reasonable doubt there. But I said, if the verdict comes back tomorrow, he's going to be guilty. If the verdict comes back next week sometime, that means they're probably fighting, and there's probably some disagreement in it. One thing that I was told by the lieutenant of the sheriff's department when I was incarcerated in one of my cases, and after the police officers had testified in my case, all of the sheriff's department, they ran the jail, not the prison, but they ran the jail, and that's where I was being housed. They said, you're going home. And I said, well, how can you guys be so sure? They said, when a jury sees somebody as lying, especially police officers, they won't convict. And like it or not, those police officers, it was pretty apparent that they were lying about stuff. Well, that seemed to be the case here with Murdaugh. The one thing that the jury must have seen is that the guy's a liar, and once the guy's a liar, you can't believe anything he says. Now, I thought, and as I said, I didn't watch the whole case, so I don't know. I'm not qualified to render a judgment one way or the other because I didn't watch it all. But I know the guy's a liar. It's hard for me to think that he could have been on the stands 5, 6, 7 days and without lying, and I guess that's the way the jury saw it. In any event, it's done. It's over now. Down goes Murdaugh. I'm just saying. Take care.
So O.J. Simpson, he also shares a little bit about his experience as being an inmate in prison. Let me tell you firsthand my experience while I was an inmate when it comes to inmates going to trial. A lot of inmates that choose to go to trial, when I was in federal prison, when inmates chose to go to trial, a lot of them are confident that they'll win, but they always come back to the prison and the jail that they're being held at, the detention center, with a frown on their face when they're convicted. Usually there's like a 99.9% conviction rate. It's very rare that people win their cases. So the odds were already stacked against Alex Murdaugh. Found guilty, 2 counts of murder. Most everyone gets convicted. And when they get convicted, they have the right person, most likely, in this time and era. Maybe back in the day when there wasn't openness and transparency, there were people wrongfully convicted. Hopefully the Innocent Project and other organizations are working to get these people out and have gotten people out. But in this day of age, it's very rare that an innocent person is found guilty. Usually the prosecution presents a slam dunk case. We'll talk soon covering the Alex Murdaugh case. He goes to court on other cases in the future. I'll be covering them too, the financial crimes. Cousin Eddie, the hitman case. You know that case. That might be coming up soon. Stay tuned. Check out my Alex Murdaugh playlist. We'll talk soon. What do you think on O.J. Simpson's thoughts and his perspective on the Alex Murdaugh case? We'll talk soon. God bless.